Ghana, and I say Germany, what they call Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks, a back up could do the Panapano say, try. That the moment demonstration was said to make the women say, one more at the form say Boko. ANS trading. Meno makwekwe sa sempa kania. Semenam na meti asempa na mamwa mania na manoke kame. Anyemia wati ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Sa woka say door to door for no de ani wetwa. Esanse obi ni wa was say one was our door to door business nim. Wo nneoma wo UK wo de kwa Ghana. And I say Germany wo de kwa Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks e bekwa kodu nipa ne pono anu say try. Na de mo demonstration ko say adwuma de we mu ne say wo mo bo no. E da form say boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. Ewo air freight special service. And nneoma ne ye de befa play. Entintempa na akwa kodu. Obetima for Sapra we also the new free Ghana, Aqua UK and Germany. FAGG them, which are also in a year, I mean drop a bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pay and a 40-footer, any 20-footer container. FA UK, Edico Ghana, and Germany, Edico Ghana. Oma Manuel Mayamere, import to, export to, them there for you. Omo Ghana Namani 0249 170 423. UK has over Freya 0790 802 7527. Germany 09173 771 2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantem. Wana beboya baso. Maybe next time you feel afu from the bebro. Meno makwekwe sa sempa kania. Semenam na meti asempa na mamwa mania na manoke kame. Anyemia wati ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Sa woka say door to door for no de ani wetwa. Esanse obi ni wa was say one was out door to door.
Shall we all remain standing for the national anthem of Ghana? Shall we all take our seats? Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Excellencies here gathered, Ministers of State, friends from the tech industry, friends from the media, good people of Ghana, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to welcome all of you this afternoon to the Marriott in Airport Accra, where this afternoon we're all going to be a part of the making of history. Making of history in the sense that once again, we have arrived at a major milestone in our country when it comes to bringing credible solutions to the problems we have as a nation. Today, we've moved one chapter bigger and one step higher in terms of getting solutions for our businesses when it comes to getting financial solutions. Rating of our businesses and their credit worthiness is going to take a new turn, and it is by virtue of the willingness and the commitment of the government, led by His Excellency the Vice President, who is the only Vice President in the world to have an official nickname, Mr. Digitalization, and also the fact that generally, we are a people who are gearing towards and directing ourselves towards an era where we will go digital and get solutions to our problems easier. This afternoon, we're all going to be the part of the very much awaited launch of the MyCredit Score app. One that has been developed as a result of a lot of hard work, a lot of innovation, and a lot of cracking the brain and breaking the back to ensure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Our gathering here as a people is surely inspired by God. And therefore, if we're here to perform such an important function in the life of our nation, it's important that we call the presence of God. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome here to the stage Nana Yaumante of SIC PLC to help us with a word of prayer. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Nat. Shall we pray? Father, we bless you for the gift of life, and we thank you for how far you have brought us today. Thank you for being part of this very important occasion, the launch of MyCredit Score. We commit every aspect of the program into your hands. We ask that your spirit will lead throughout, that when all is done, we'll be careful to give you thanks. This we ask through Christ Jesus our Lord. Amen.
We're very grateful to you, Nana. Shall we do another big round of applause for him? Your Excellency, the Vice President, honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, we will be listening to messages that will come from friends who have been a part of this process. This painstaking process that has brought out this very important application that will surely break a new dawn in terms of how we rate ourselves and in terms of how we prepare ourselves to get credit, to run our businesses and to push them. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome up here the board chairman of MyCredit Score, Mr. Augustine Ajay, to give us a message of welcome. Shall we welcome him with a big round of applause?
Your Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Prez Bawumia, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, ably represented by the Head of Banking Supervision, Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Chief Director of the National Security, CEO of banks herein gathered, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Telecoms Chamber, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana FinTech and Payments Association, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Association of Bankers, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Microfinance Institutions Network, all protocols observed, friends from the media, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense gratitude and excitement that I welcome you all to the official launch of MyCredit Score. Today marks a pivotal moment, not only for us, but for the future of financial empowerment and digital transformation in Ghana. We are here to celebrate the launch of a tool that we believe will breathe new life into Ghana's economic landscape and redefine how Ghanaians engage with the credit economy. The journey to creating MyCredit Score began with a fundamental observation that the credit economy often plays a more substantial role than the transaction economy. What does this mean? There are generally three layers of every economy. First is the transactions layer, and then the credit economy, then comes in the... We're in an age where electronic transactions are increasingly common, where policies can be iterated upon rapidly, and where public institutions can be strengthened in real time to impact the wider economy. To build this new digital microeconomy, there are three essential elements we must prioritize. First is data interoperability. This involves aggregating all public services data on a single system to create a smarter, more connected government, which we have recently seen in the Citizen App Data Interoperability System, the CADIS. Second is digitalization of local assemblies and public institutions. Through efficient digitalization using data and payment systems, we can accelerate service delivery and ensure that public institutions remain responsive to the needs of everyday Ghanaians. Third is credit scoring. By utilizing both public and private data, we can assess creditworthiness in ways that were not previously possible. This means that we can now better organize workloads, make smarter lending decisions, and ultimately contribute to a stronger Ghana. As we look at the credit landscape in Ghana, it's impossible to ignore the issue of non-performing loans, a challenge that stifles growth and introduces volatility. In many developing countries, NPLs are like excess carbon dioxide in an economic system. They are the anti-oxygen that weakens the health of our financial sector. Here in Ghana, of the 27% loan interest rates we observe, a staggering 12% is attributed to a risk premium, essentially the cost of borrowers who default on their loans. This speaks to an urgent problem. In developed countries, credit is integral to everyday life. Nearly 9 out of 10 people rely on it. This should be same for our country, Ghana. Our nation already has an active macroeconomic market compared to the default rate of 4%. Additionally, while Ghana's non-performing loan ratio was at a high of 24.3% in August this year, our pilot's NPL ratio is just 3.44%, showcasing the potential for responsible lending through data-driven insights. We are further encouraged by the Bank of Ghana's recent decision to reduce the key lending rate by 200 basis points to 27%, creating a more accommodative monetary environment that will foster credit growth and lead to better terms for borrowers. These promising indicators affirm our commitment to reshaping Ghana's credit landscape and enabling sustainable financial empowerment. Thanks to the visionary leadership of His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the foundations laid through mobile telephony, mobile money interoperability, and the Ghana card, we have the infrastructure needed to make MyCredit Score a reality. These initiatives serve as the abutments of a bridge that will connect our robust transactions to the new digital macroeconomy, strengthening the entire nation. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the Bank of Ghana for their invaluable support and guidance. Their willingness to listen, to incorporate suggestions from stakeholders, and to foster collaboration has been instrumental in making this day possible. We thank the Bank of Ghana for their commitment in this cause, for their engagement with us, and for their shared understanding of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. On behalf of the board and the team at MyCredit Score, I want to thank everyone who has played a role in bringing this project to life. To our consultants in the United States who shared invaluable insights into the intricacies of credit scoring in one of the world's most advanced credit markets, we could not have done this without your expertise and guidance. We also extend our gratitude to Haptel's AI Lab, which provided us with cutting-edge support in big data and machine learning. These advanced tools have been essential in implementing the complex algorithms that power our platform. And now to our young, passionate, energetic, and incredibly hardworking team at MyCredit Score, today is your day. For nearly 3 years, you have dedicated your time and talent to making this a reality. Right from the researchers who delved into credit data, to the software engineers and machine learning engineers, information security experts, who turned concepts into code, this achievement rightly belongs to you. Let's celebrate this milestone, which represents not only the credibility of our system, but also the credibility of every Ghanaian who will use it. Let us also look ahead to a future where every Ghanaian has access to affordable credit, where they can know and
engineer. They were willing to finance it if my credit was good, but I didn't have any credit.
Very interested in canon we da. You be an call ba pay if you mo call ba pay e wa feel that no pay. She be an be na me abo no pay o pay kwe be agbena o shika fe ni be baka no be sani ameko.
You need to realize that credit is oxygen in an economy. Credit supercharges an economy to work effectively, allows an economy to
who are bringing their weight to support His Excellency. Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng is the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Please put your hands together. Of integrity and trust in the business environment. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome with a big round of applause, Ms. Akisi Aka. This one.
Good afternoon, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and all the distinguished guests around here. Good afternoon. I stand on the date, the credit worthiness. We proudly present MyCredit Score, a platform designed to transform credit referencing in Ghana from complex reports to an openly accessible single number backed by a system that is open to lenders of all kinds. After a successful 6-month pilot, we were more confident than ever that credit scores become the foundation of Ghana's credit system. Our journey begins with the borrower's portal. We're all borrowers, aren't we? Standing here, I'm thinking of how much I've borrowed from the bank. Crafted with a single goal in mind, to empower individuals to understand and improve their financial wealth. Imagine yourself as a young professional in Ghana, eager to buy your first car, secure an apartment, and maybe expand your small business. Faced with this challenge, how do you demonstrate your reliability to pay back the loan you need for your essentials? This is where we step in. Our borrower's platform, portal, brings transparency and insight to each user, providing a clear view of every financial behavior. We believe that with access to a dynamic view, enabling everyone to track their score trends over time. Number 3, we understand that transparency is key. And when it comes to managing creditworthiness, it's really key. That's why our platform offers a claims and disputes feature that allows borrowers to view their reports made against them by any lender. If a lender claims that a borrower owes them, this claim appears on the borrower's reports and they can investigate and question across both traditional loans and non-loan credits as well. Behind the scenes, our systems use a unique approach to manage, identify discovery, and then, in tackling Ghana's high non-performing loans NPL rate, we need new sophisticated approaches because, let's face it, our NPL, by connecting all available identifiers, we ensure that lenders know precisely who they are dealing with, reducing the risks tied to identity fraud and empowering lenders with unmatched accuracy in borrower identification. This is a critical step towards forward in curbing the behaviors that drive up NPL rates, giving lenders a powerful tool to lend more confidently and responsibly. We are not stopping here. For the first time, we extended credit reporting beyond traditional lenders, the banks, beyond the banks. Today, we are introducing a non-loan credit reporting system. The features behind this part of our systems will support non-loan credit providers such as car dealers, landlords, hospitality service providers, and others who play an integral role in the wider credit ecosystem. These providers are often the first to observe a borrower's payment behavior, and their insights are invaluable. With MyCredit Score, car leases, rentals, and other non-traditional credit activities are now part of the credit picture. We are giving lenders a fuller, more realistic view of a borrower's financial responsibility. In addition to all these, the lender portal also offers a comprehensive credit report that provides a full view of a borrower's financial activity. To crown our efforts, we embarked on a 6-month pilot phase to test how effective these systems are at reducing NPL rates of just, and welcome to the future of credit referencing in Ghana. MyCredit Score.
Please appreciate her with another big round of applause. Isn't it amazing that ahead of time, MyCredit Score is already making major statements in our system. And of course, that brings a lot of confidence, especially for the external environment, for those who want to come and invest here. And of course, generally, the trust that it reposes in our businesses and in people who are looking forward to drawing credit from various institutions to start off their businesses. This is the new dawn of industrialization here in Ghana. And we're glad to say that this is being spearheaded and led by our beloved Vice President of the Republic. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Today, we're also ably supported here for this launch by the Director General of the Ghana-India Kofi Annan ICT Institute, Dr. Colin Safari Yeboah. This is a great collaboration between various institutions, and of course, the central bank is not left out of this. Today, the head of banking supervision at the Bank of Ghana is also here to add his voice and his blessing with, of course, everything that MyCredit Score has done in terms of compliance to get to this stage. Please help me with a big round of applause to welcome up here to the stage Mr. Osei JC, the head of banking supervision at the Bank of Ghana.
Your Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Honorable Ministers of States, Senior Members of States, CEOs and representatives of financial institutions, representatives of credit reference bureaus, the board and management of MyCredit Score Ghana, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I bring you warm greetings from the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Addison, and his team, the management and staff of the Bank of Ghana. Dr. Addison would have loved to be part of this afternoon's engagement, but for some other equally important national assignments. I am pleased to be invited to the launch of MyCredit Score Ghana and to also make some remarks at this launch. The launch of MyCredit Score Ghana digital platform, I understand, is to provide easy access to credit scores of bank customers. The Bank of Ghana believes there is a need for banks to effectively manage credit risk, and it is for this reason that credit bureaus have been licensed to support their risk management functions. A credible credit information system is indispensable for the development of modern credit markets, and therefore, the Bank of Ghana remains committed to efforts geared towards establishing credit bureaus, and also for credit bureaus that have put in place a product known as MyCredit Score. And it is one of the credit infrastructure that supports the credit delivery system. Your Excellency, MyCredit Score Ghana, having met the licensing requirements under the Credit Reporting Act 2007, Act 726, was recently licensed by the Bank of Ghana to operate as the third credit reference bureau in Ghana. The Bank of Ghana wishes to congratulate the shareholders, board, and management of MyCredit Score Ghana for this initiative to launch this digital platform. Your Excellency, it is a fact that having and maintaining an effective credit information system provides a solid foundation for credit delivery at minimal risk to banks and the economy in general. Such credit risk management infrastructure does not only help build credit history for the banking population, but also allows them to leverage on such information to assess financial solutions, and therefore fosters competition in the credit market and credit pricing. Banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions rely on the transparency and disclosure requirements of the credit reference system to support and complement client-customer screening and credit risk monitoring. What is the benefit? This helps to reduce information asymmetry and the cost of intermediation through the risk premiums banks charge on customers, and it also helps to reduce NPLs. Today, banks in Ghana are utilizing a range of innovative credit and risk management solutions provided by the credit reference bureaus. The addition of a credit scoring helps to enhance the risk management frameworks that banks and SDIs are expected to leverage on to minimize non-performing loans and credit losses. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Bank of Ghana has taken steps to develop and enhance an effective credit reference system. One significant activity is the expansion of the scope of the credit reporting system through the promulgation of the Credit Reporting Regulation 2020. The Bank of Ghana has put in place measures to include other lenders outside the financial sector onto the credit reporting systems. Who are these other lenders? These lenders include government institutions that provide credit facilities, utility companies, telecommunication companies, petroleum service providers, automobile companies, retailers, and scope of other businesses. So this should tell us that the scope of credit referencing has been enlarged. His Excellency, during the past few years, we have seen an increasingly significant improvement in banks and SDI's compliance with the Credit Reporting Act of 2007 regarding data submission and usage of credit referencing services, resulting in an improvement in the quality of data submitted to credit bureaus. To help strengthen the sector, the Bank of Ghana recently announced an increase in the minimum capital requirement for credit bureaus. This is to help strengthen the credit reporting system and ensure that credit bureaus are well capitalized to invest and maintain robust information technology infrastructure to provide effective credit reporting services, including credit scoring. Indeed, the scope of Ghana's credit reference system is vast, and there are prospects for growth for all the practitioners within the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, there are, however, challenges and risks in the credit information markets. Generally, the credit market is driven by data quality and timeliness of data submission. While the current Act enjoins credit institutions to submit accurate and timely data, credit bureaus could also effectively collaborate with banks and savings and loans, finance houses, and other SDIs in data sharing. One challenge in the market relates to inadequate data submission, particularly by lower-tier institutions within the SDI space, and this potentially could affect the adequacy and accuracy of credit bureau data. I would therefore encourage credit reference bureaus to be innovative, including collaborating with these SDIs and financial technology firms to deploy working solutions to facilitate data submissions by these institutions. His Excellency, data security and privacy and its attendant legal and reputational risks also remain a major risk in the credit bureau space. There is therefore the need to put in place the right safeguards and security to protect customer data and privacy. In conclusion, the Bank of Ghana will continue to create the enabling environment to support all credit reference bureaus in developing the credit market in Ghana. We will urge all credit bureaus and financial institutions to undertake customer education and awareness to sensitize them on the importance of their services, including credit scoring in the credit delivery system. The Central Bank, Bank of Ghana, will support such initiatives while ensuring that credit scoring is standardized within the credit bureau space to enhance its effective delivery and relevance to both providers and consumers of credit. I once again congratulate the board, management, and staff of MyCreditScore Ghana. I wish you every success and trust that you will require to ensure that you comply with every regulation while aiming to create value for your customers and shareholders. Thank you all for your kind attention.
We're very grateful to the head of banking supervision at the Central Bank. Shall we do one more big round of applause for him? One more address, and after that we will go to the commissioning address that we've been looking forward to. But for now, it's my pleasure to bring here to the stage a fine gentleman who also traces his roots to the financial sector, a big player indeed who can easily be identified with brands like GCB Bank and UMB Bank, where he served as managing director. Over the past couple of years, he has been the very vibrant force behind the Ghana Association of Bankers, and he has been at the forefront of big conversations that change the narrative about the way we're regulating the sector and what has to be done to make sure that our financial sector stands strong. With a very big round of applause, please help me welcome Mr. John Iwa, who is the CEO of the Ghana Association of Bankers. Can we do a louder round of applause?
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Prez Bawumia, Honorable Ministers present, heads of state institutions herein gathered, CEOs of banks we have here, the Governor of Bank of Ghana, who is ably represented by my own friend, Mr. Osei, CEOs of other trade associations, executives and directors of MyCredit Score, who have brought us to this fantastic program. Ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Personally, it is a privilege to be here today, this afternoon, at the launch of MyCredit Score, a platform that marks an exciting step forward towards a deeper and well-controlled financial intermediation for the benefit of our citizens and, by extension, the larger economy. Credit scoring is a necessity and a baseline screening tool in today's financial ecosystem. Across the world, credit scores serve as the foundation of assessing a person's financial reliability. They help banks make lending decisions, identify the right products for clients, and ensure that credit is extended responsibly. By understanding a customer's credit profile, banks can offer more accurate and personalized financial solutions to consumers of financial products and services. For us, banks, and my good friend Alhaji is here, this means improved risk management and consequently low distress in risk exposures. For customers, it means easy access to loans, mortgages, and other financial services that are tailored to our needs, and here, myself as a customer of banking service as well. Your Excellency, around the world, banks have seen the transformative power of credit scoring. In countries where credit scoring is well integrated in the financial architecture, we find that individuals have greater access to credit at affordable costs and ultimately greater opportunities. Small business owners can obtain loans to scale their operations and grow their businesses. Families can secure mortgages for their first homes, and young professionals can establish their financial independence. These are some of the many benefits that a robust and transparent credit reporting system brings, helping banks to empower individuals financially while managing risks effectively. In Ghana, credit scoring will play an increasingly significant role as our financial sector continues to evolve and grow. It is absolutely crucial that lenders are able to have a full view of the risk exposure of their borrowers before extending credit. In the same vein, it is equally crucial that lenders have a mechanism that enables them to transmit the benefits that are associated with the maintenance of good credit profile back to borrowers in the areas of ease of access, differentiated pricing, better terms for their loans, amongst many more. MyCredit Score offers a solution that allows Ghanaian banks to leverage real-time and reliable data for better decision-making. This platform will provide banks with the insights needed to assess creditworthiness accurately, which will not only streamline lending practices, but also ensure that credit reaches those who deserve it the most, and not just those who want it the most. Your Excellency, credit scoring, therefore, impacts citizens in a meaningful way. When people understand their credit status and they know how to improve it, they can take control of their financial future. When people know the damaging effects of having poor credit profile, they will change course and opt for actions that enhance their access to finance. MyCredit Score is designed to provide citizens with that visibility, empowering them to build and improve their credit over time. This transparency and accessibility will open doors for many Ghanaians, creating opportunities for growth, stability, and improved quality of life. As we look into the future, we can anticipate that MyCredit Score will benefit both banks and the people of Ghana, bringing us closer to a more inclusive and transparent financial system. It will help banks to operate more efficiently, provide fairer access to credit, and foster economic growth throughout the economy. In closing, let us all embrace this innovation, not just as a tool for better banking, but as a pathway to a stronger and a more connected financial ecosystem for Ghana. Together, we can support a system where credit scoring helps to transform lives, empower citizens, and strengthen the financial sector, ultimately creating a sound, efficient, and credible credit culture for the country. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the program.
And we are also grateful to you, Mr. John Ewa, for bringing relevance to this conversation from your point of view. We're grateful to you for the massive support and the seal of approval that you have also given. Now, the final seal of approval and confidence that will be given to the public and everybody who will be at the receiving end of the usage of this very big platform is the second gentleman of the land, who is seeking office to become the first gentleman of the land. Over the past couple of years, he has been at the forefront of pushing the agenda of digitalization. The reason why, in recent years, a lot of transactions that we do on a normal basis or on a daily basis have become very convenient. We're using more digital platforms, and life has become more convenient, and we're getting things done even faster. This is sure an effective way to get ourselves aligned with the trends of the modern world and the trends of the fast-developing world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of appreciation, much love and applause, please help me welcome His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaj Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Thank you. The Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ghana's High Commissioner to Canada, Ambassador to China, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, here represented by the Head of Banking Supervision, the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Ms. Julie Esiam, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Telecoms Chamber, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Bankers, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana FinTech and Payments Association, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Microfinance Institutions Network, the board, management, and staff of MyCreditScore, distinguished invited guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am thrilled to join you for this momentous occasion to take a step forward in building a dynamic credit economy for Ghana and for all Ghanaians. It is a significant milestone in Ghana's journey toward a financially inclusive and empowered society, and it is driven by the private sector. This occasion represents yet another chapter in our nation's ambitious journey toward financial inclusion. Decades of dedicated progress have laid the foundations that make today possible. For me, it has been a journey of over 17 years. During my tenure as Deputy Governor at the Bank of Ghana, one of the problems that we sought to address was the issue of access to credit and the high-risk premia which banks used in setting interest rates. As the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank, we saw that at the macro level, we were able to bring down inflation, bring down interest rates, and we were in single digits and all of that. But bank lending rates were stubbornly high, and that disjoint was the cause for concern. A major constraint to accessing credit generally and reducing interest rates has been the existence of asymmetric information in the credit markets. Lenders generally cannot be certain about the creditworthiness of borrowers with the absence of credit information. We did not have, at that time, a legal and regulatory framework for credit reporting and therefore did not have credit reference bureaus. So, to make sure we were able to fill this gap, I called Mrs. Elsie Awazi Addo at that time in 2006 or 7, an astute lawyer with a deep knowledge of the financial sector, who we had worked with at the Bank of Ghana as a consultant on a number of financial sector reforms to help us. So I called her and I said, Elsie, we need your help. We need you to help us draft a Consumer Reporting Act. This was in 2007. Elsie is now the second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana. And she single-handedly, in my view, drafted the Credit Reporting Act, Act 726, with some inputs from the management of the bank. Thus, the Credit Reporting Act was passed by Parliament in 2007. And the purpose of the Credit Reporting Act is to provide a legal and regulatory framework for credit reporting in Ghana. The availability of credit information is generally accepted to be crucial for the development and maintenance of an effective financial sector. Borrowers tend to have a natural incentive not to reveal negative information about themselves. The lack of a credit information system therefore increases the risks of lending and causes financial institutions to provide less credit. A credit reporting system in Ghana would provide timely, accurate, and up-to-date information on the debt profile and repayment history of borrowers, and would lead to a number of benefits, including the reduction of information asymmetry between borrowers and lenders, enabling financial institutions to make informed decisions about the allocation of credit, reducing default probabilities of borrowers as they seek to meet their obligations in a timely manner, improving access to credit facilities by small and medium-sized businesses, enabling the central bank to monitor systematic risks on an aggregate basis, also promote the development of a mortgage market, and promote financial stability and efficient allocation of resources in the Ghanaian economy. Thus, the Credit Reporting Act is designed to promote the orderly development of a credit reporting system for Ghana and to promote public trust in credit bureau operations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bank of Ghana is the regulatory authority for the Credit Reporting Act, and the first credit reference bureau in Ghana was licensed in 2008. At the time I was the deputy governor in charge of banking supervision. Other credit reference bureaus were subsequently licensed. I think we licensed 2 others. The credit reference bureaus, however, faced significant challenges in the provision of individualized credit scores for borrowers. The absence of a unique identity database for Ghanaians was a major problem. The absence of a functional property address system was another. And thirdly, the bulk or the majority of Ghanaians were unbanked. You know, we had about 60 to 70% of the adult Ghanaians unbanked. And also, various databases that contained information on individuals were not integrated. So this is the background against which the licensed credit reference bureaus were operating. And so it was really a problem. After the MPP government left office after the 2008 elections, very little progress was made to resolve these key problems that were identified. At the time the MPP government left office, we had just enacted the Ghana card legislation. And since then, very little progress was made after 2008 to resolve these issues. And so broad-based individualized credit scoring did not really progress that much. So when we came back into office in 2017, I was keenly aware of what we needed to do to get broad-based individualized credit scoring to take off in Ghana. And this is partly the reason why we emphasized very quickly that we needed to proceed with issuing the Ghana card so that every individual Ghanaian can be uniquely identified. We needed to implement an address system, and we opted for the digital property address system so that every property can be uniquely identified, so that individuals can be attached to addresses. So if I give you a TV on credit and you don't pay, I should be able to come to your home and take back my TV. So I need to know where everybody is living. Thirdly, we also implemented mobile money interoperability so that we could bring in financial inclusion. We needed to make sure that the bulk of Ghanaians who had Momo accounts could essentially use the Momo accounts like bank accounts. And this is why we talked about mobile money interoperability, to make the Momo account interoperable with the bank account. It was not an easy process getting the banks and the Momo companies together to get onto this one platform, but I was able to push for that to happen, and everybody was eventually able to do so. And then the integration of the various databases across government was another thing that we pushed for, which we were finally able to do very recently with the Citizens App data interoperability system. Ladies and gentlemen, a key part of my broader vision is to create an interconnected and efficient digital government, to move away from the disjointed and delayed public service delivery that has long plagued the government sector. In our quest to achieve a more efficient digital economy, key components such as data interoperability, which is a single instance of data across all government agencies. Secondly, the use of cybersecurity and blockchain to create a robust system that protects citizens and government data, as well as ensure secure transactions for all government interactions. Thirdly, a centralized AI database for improved government operations. Lastly, single sign-on authentication where citizens only need one login for all government services. This is the broad vision with which we are working. Through the Citizens App Data Interoperability System, the CADIS, which I took a team and we went out, because when we got to a stage, beginning of last year, where we were trying to see how to benchmark Ghana against the best in the world and where we were going. And so we asked the question, which country in the world has the best in the area of the digitalization? And we identified Estonia as the country. And so I took a team and we went out to Estonia. And we interacted, President, Prime Minister, the finance people, the revenue authorities, and all of that. But what we realized that with Estonia, they had an architecture called the X-Road, which was the key to interoperability of all the government databases. And so if you're going to go digital and have seamless transfer, you needed to put in place that architecture. That was what we identified as missing in Ghana. Estonia had the X-Road, which they could therefore take data from across the government databases and so on. So when we came back to Ghana, we had to move quickly to build something similar to the X-Road. And this is what the Citizens App Data Interoperability System is, the CADIS. So the Ghana's CADIS is exactly the same as the X-Road in Estonia, and we have been able to do it. Not many countries in the world have done it, but I am very proud of our Ghanaian tech sector. We put them to the task, and they have done it. They have done it, and it's amazing what we are going to be able to do. So this interoperability system is crucial for improving the system. It will reduce bureaucracy and streamline data sharing across agencies, as well as eliminate the need for repeated paperwork and so on. Interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, when I was pushing for the implementation of these projects, many people said I had abandoned economics to pursue digitalization. They did not understand that I was just using digitalization to solve economic problems. The launch of the Ghana Interbank Payments and Settlement System in 2008, at the time which I led at the Bank of Ghana when I was Deputy Governor, marked another leap toward efficient and secure financial transactions. Since 2009, mobile money has significantly broadened financial access, with over 60% of Ghanaians aged 15 and older now holding mobile money accounts. And with the expansion of the internet coverage, we've seen that internet penetration in Ghana has increased from 32% in 2016 to 73% now, right? So we've really increased internet penetration. Indeed, thanks to our implementation of mobile money interoperability between banks and mobile companies, Ghana is now the only country in Africa with 100% access to financial inclusion. The only country in the whole of the continent. We have 100% access to financial inclusion, which basically means that today your Momo account works like a bank account, and you have access to it. If anybody who wants to open a mobile account today can open. Nobody will stop you, right? You have 100% access. You know, I remember that when I made a statement in 2017 that with the implementation of mobile money interoperability, every Ghanaian will be able to have a bank account. When I said that, many people did not understand it. They even made jokes about it. They did not think it was possible. But today we have made it possible. A Momo account has effectively become a bank account thanks to interoperability. And anyone who wants one can get it. Since 2020, the accelerated digitalization of government services has transformed how citizens securely and efficiently interact with public institutions. Coupled with the widespread issuance of the Ghana card, the integration of national databases, and the remarkable expansion of financial inclusion, Ghana is now fully prepared to implement a comprehensive credit scoring system. This system will enhance access to credit and strengthen trust in our financial system, paving the way for a thriving credit economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the launch of MyCredit Score today introduces a critical tool that will transform Ghanaians' access to credit and financing. The initiative comes at a crucial time in Ghana's financial sector. As has been stated earlier, Ghana's non-performing loan rate stands at about 24.3%, which is quite high. Such high NPL levels reflect challenges within our financial ecosystem, where the lack of a standardized, transparent credit scoring system has contributed to elevated risks for lenders and limited financial inclusion for borrowers. The introduction of MyCredit Score represents a pivotal step towards addressing these challenges, aligning Ghana's credit ecosystem with international standards and promoting a culture of responsible borrowing. Notably, as was just stated earlier, results from the MyCredit Score pilot demonstrate a stark improvement, achieving an NPL ratio of less than 4%, a remarkable contrast to the national average. By enabling a fairer and more consistent evaluation of credit worthiness, MyCredit Score is expected to reduce defaults significantly, strengthen confidence among financial institutions, and expand access to credit for individuals and businesses alike. The initiative reflects a broader commitment to sustainable economic growth, where financial stability and trust in credit practices play foundational roles. With the implementation of systems like MyCredit Score, Ghana is poised to transition into a financial ecosystem that not only facilitates responsible borrowing and lending practices, but also drives economic resilience and inclusive growth for all stakeholders. This system is designed to reward financial responsibility. As John Ewa was saying earlier, that if you have good credit, the banks will look for you and design products for you. They'll be chasing after you to lend to you. That is how we want to see it. So it will reward financial responsibility and offer individuals the opportunity to demonstrate their creditworthiness transparently and confidently. For the first time, Ghanaians will have access to a credit score that can open doors to improved financing options, helping them to realize their goals and contribute to economic growth. A credit score is much like a financial report card. It quantifies your repayment history, debt levels, and credit behavior into a single number, making it easier for banks and other lenders to assess your financial reliability. In fact, I believe, and I don't think the point was made, with what we are putting together in Ghana with CADIS and the integration of our various databases, our credit score, the information content of the credit score in Ghana is going to be much higher than in many other advanced nations which don't have the level of data integration that we are building in Ghana. So, ladies and gentlemen, to truly understand the potential impact of MyCredit Score, imagine that for many Ghanaians, owning a car represents freedom, flexibility, and improved job opportunities. And recent new graduates can have the opportunity to own cars that when they leave and they get a job, that their credit score could help them get a car, buy a home, and start a business, and so on. So all of these reflect the broad and transformative impact of an effective credit economy. Beyond individuals, MyCredit Score will contribute to a more resilient and inclusive financial system. With a lower rate of non-performing loans, banks and financial institutions will gain confidence in lending, supporting a cycle of growth and trust. Furthermore, as Ghanaians embrace financial responsibility, we move toward a society where fair access to credit becomes the norm, empowering individuals, families, and businesses alike. This system is a pathway to opportunity, helping unlock the potential of every Ghanaian. By creating a credit system that is open, reliable, and fair, we are setting the stage for a future where financial empowerment is within everyone's reach. With this launch, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to be like the United States, Canada, or the UK overnight, but we are starting a process that with time, our system will be just like theirs and probably better than theirs. It is possible. This is a great day for Ghana, and I want to thank the Bank of Ghana, MyCredit Score, and all other stakeholders. It is important that all potential lenders and borrowers and retailers should be educated and sensitized on the workings of a credit scoring system. I would like to thank in particular the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, this team, the management team, the head of banking supervision, who have worked very, very hard to make sure this day is taking place. Sometimes we don't really understand these major milestones when we reach them as a country. This is a major milestone. It's a major milestone. I want to thank you for for the work that you have done. This credit scoring initiative that you have licensed, which we are launching today, is huge, and Ghana will forever be grateful. I'm also excited that this initiative is a Ghanaian homegrown private sector initiative. As you will notice, this is a trend in all the digitalization projects we have done, all of them. I believe in the private sector, and I believe that that is where you will get the most from, the society. And so everything we have done, from the Ghana card to the digital property address, Ghana.gov, everything, we have tried to get the private sector to take the lead. You see, I always say that, in the private sector, when systems don't work, they lose money. In the public sector, when systems don't work, they make money. so the incentives are a bit warped. So I always prefer the private sector to make sure systems work so that they make money and we all get good services. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to support our private sector, to champion such initiatives in the digital and other sectors. Let's move forward with optimism and purpose, knowing that together we are building a Ghana where financial inclusion is real, dreams are within reach, and every Ghanaian has the chance to achieve financial security and prosperity. I will thank you all for your attention. And I don't know whether it's at this point that I say we have launched or we will wait for the launch. So I'll let them tell me whether I announce now or later, but I'll take my leave now. Thank you very much for your attention.
Your Excellency, respectfully would like you to declare it launched, and then we'll know that our job here is done.
Thank you very much. It is with great pleasure, honor, that if you can sit down, I'm most honored, privileged. Today, it's a historic day that I am here to declare MyCredit Score Ghana officially launched for Ghana. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Imagine a Ghana where your credibility paves the way to your dreams. Picture yourself paying rent monthly instead of 2 years advance. Getting that new car with
Menu makwekwe sa sempa kania. Se menam na meti asempa na mo amane a na ma no keka me. Anyem bia wate ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Se wo ka se door to door for no de na watwa. Esanse obi ne wa wo se wo ho sa door to door business nim. Wo nneoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana. Ana se Germany a wo de ko Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks e be kwa kodu nipa ne pono no se try. Na de mo demonstration wo se adwuma de we mu ne se wo ho bo no. E da form se boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. E wo air freight special service. And onneoma ne ye de be fa plane. Entintempa na akwa kodu. Obetima fa sa pra we ya so de nneoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany. FAGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container. Ya fe UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana. Omo manuoma ye mere import o export o dem there for you. Omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423. UK has over free 0790 802 7527. Germany 09173 771 2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantem. Wana beboya baso. Maybe next time in a fill up from the bebro.
Better say. The more about AbiExpress.com. AbiExpress.com the media. Yeah, adwatɔfoɔ nneɛma nyinaa ne apoaboa no ne ade abɛgu abiexpress.com ɛdeɛ na wɔhwehwɛ firi Ghana anaa Africa ɛmpaboa anaasɛ atadeɛ kente papa bi na wɔpɛ na wɔde adaadaa wo ho wɔ party ase anaa biribi a wohwɛ biaa bra abiexpress.com yɛdeɛ yɛapoaboa nneɛma no o yɛde brɛ wɔ kwa abiexpress.com yɛdeɛ yɛdie mu ahwenneɛ ɛdeɛ na wɔhwehwɛ wɔ Europe aburokyire anaa wɔ America Australia no hɔ ana wɔ anaa anaasɛ Asia na wotie baabi a wɔ bia nsuro koraa ɛno ne sɛ wobɔ abiexpress.com na deɛ wɔhwehwɛ no wo nsa bɛka abiexpress.com wei deɛ yɛdeɛ mu o abiexpress.com wei deɛ papapa abiexpress.com yɛde Ghana ɛtoa wɔ aburokyire hɔ media na ɛte sɛ memɔkɔ ababa abiexpress.com abiexpress.com deɛ media yɛyɛ deɛ mu o adwatɔfoɔ nneɛma nyinaa ne apoaboa no ne ade abɛgu